Alright, good morning one and all. Welcome to the video. In this video, I would be explaining you the concept of asynchronous task using Flask, Celery, Redis. So let's get started. I have a demo right here, but in order to, first of all, I need to explain you what's going on, okay? So let's say this is a user. Sorry for my bad drawing. This is a user, right? So let's say you have a Flask API running. Here is your Flask API, right? Okay, so now what happens is as soon as the user does a request, right? So let's say you have to insert his records on a database. Now what you should do, a best architecture would be, you would do this asynchronously. You develop a queue. This queue can be Redis or RabbitMQ or whatever. So you place it on a queue, right? And then you would have your workers here, several workers or processes. Okay, so this would be taken care by them, right? And as soon as you insert it here, you just give it to the user that you're done. Okay, now in the background, actually, you're doing the work. It's gonna keep doing. So no matter how many ever users make requests, it'll go to the queue and do it, and the user gets immediate response. Like this is an async stuff. Okay, so it's a little bit tricky. It took me a lot of time to understand, and so here you can see I have my Redis server up and running. Let me show you a very nice example. So I'm gonna take, as usual, the hello world example. So I have a simple Flask app, hello world. Now consider that this is a function that I need to execute. That is, it's a database, right? Assume. So it takes 4 seconds. I can't afford 4 seconds here. So what I did is basically, I created a celery task. So task backend broker, right? Now what I did is as soon as you request it, as you see in the diagram, I put it on the queue, and this queue is nothing but our Redis queue. So here you can see broker is Redis. So it goes to the queue. Now the workers are actually working. So here you can see, so in order to even start the worker, what was the command? So celery a task worker pool solo log level info. As soon as you do this, so here you can see there are 4 concurrency, processes or threads, however you want to say, basically, which is gonna keep executing. So no matter how many requests it comes, in the background, it's gonna keep running your task, right? So here you can see task, okay. So something like that, okay. So here you can see, this is a function. So I just need to decorate with app.task, right? So as soon as I decorate this with app.task, it basically, one sec. Yeah, so as soon as you decorate this with app.task, it becomes an async function that will be executed by the workers at the back, right? So, okay, let's come again. I know it's a little hard to understand, but I wanna hammer this up in your brain, this concept. So Flask is running, right? As soon as you give a request here, Flask, okay, it says task.delay. Delay is a word. There's a keyword you use to do async. So this means it's gonna put it in the queue. So it's gonna go to task.delay. It's gonna go here. It's gonna put it in the queue. Now it's gonna keep, the messages will be stored in a queue. Keep storing. And now one by one, the worker will take those messages and start executing it. So these are the workers here. So if I come here, so as I hit the button send, right? So what it does is basically, if you see, it makes a request, and here it takes 4 seconds to do the task, right? So it's gonna execute in the back, right? But your customers get immediate response that your data was posted. Although it's not posted, it's gonna take 4 seconds. So, but it appears. So here you can see it's working in the background now. You see, but I got the response immediately. So, and here I see status 200 immediately. So this is the entire stuff, how it works, the celery, the task queue. It took me about 2 to 3 days and just understanding all of these concepts. I had to go over a lot of posts on Stack Overflow because I had errors because the task was connecting, the queue was connecting, but I was not seeing messages. It was in the pending state. So then after reading through a lot of blogs, posts, someone said that, hey, you have to say solo. There was a guy who said, what was that? I don't know. Oh yeah, this one, celery pool equals to solo, and then it started working. So that's it for this video. Hope you have enjoyed this tutorial and understood the entire architecture, how complicated CPU intensive work could be taken care by workers in the background. If you did enjoy this tutorial, kindly do give a like to this video. And if you have any more questions, kindly list your question in the comment section and would be very happy to assist you. As I said, I'm not an expert in this, but still I'm also learning and exploring. Whatever I learn, I teach you. So this is the way you would make the async stuff, like things that you want to execute in the background, and you want to get immediate response, because like database requests and stuff like that takes time, right? So this is how you would do it. Okay. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you have any more questions, kindly list your questions in the comment section below. And as usual, thank you for love and support. See you in the next tutorial. Goodbye.